Yo, what is going on, everyone? My name is Dopey and welcome back to another video here on my channel. In this video I will be showing you guys how to make a pretty good Fortnite thumbnail for your YouTube videos or your live streams, etc. So let's get started with the video. However, I do have three packs I am using in this video. Enhance, Imagine, Amplify. I am using three packs that I will leave down below in my description. They are free and you can get them right now, so check them out, you guys. So however, let's get into the video. I will be showing you guys how to create a Fortnite thumbnail that stands out and that's going to help you gain a lot of viewers pretty much. Let's just get into the video. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a new, pretty much a new, like, you know, document, whatever. So I'm gonna make it 1920 by 1080 with 300 resolution. So go ahead and copy my settings if you want to. Now we need a background. I already have one in mind, so go to Google if you want and pretty much type in Fortnite house and you should get the one I'm using here in this video. Go ahead and right click, copy image, and go back into Photoshop and hit Control V, like so, and you should have the Fortnite house in your new document. So I want to make this image kind of pop out more with more color. Go ahead and hit Control M, bring this down just a little bit, bring this up just a little bit, and that should be fine. Hit Control U, make that 24 saturation, and hit Control M once again, bring up the brightness quite a bit, like so. And as you can see, it looks a lot better than before. As we can see, it looks a lot better. Now I want to go ahead and add some more effects to my background, so I'm gonna go ahead and just copy the layer twice just by dragging it down and copying the layer. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make sure we're on the top layer 1, copy 2, go to filter, go to blur, go to Gaussian blur, and add a 4.0 to that Gaussian blur. Same thing with the layer 1 copy, that's just below it. Go ahead and add a blur effect, but this time a motion blur should be completely fine at a 14%, and a 0 angle, by the way, we don't need that. Hit OK, and we should have a nice blur effect to our background. Now I want to go ahead and make the house visible, and let's go ahead and do that right now. I'm gonna go ahead and go to my eraser tool, like so. Make sure the hardness is all the way down, like so. Hit Control Alt and right click to bring it in and bring it out. Bigger or smaller does not matter at all. I'm just gonna make sure the house is just now gonna show. Just like that. Click on the bottom layer now and do the same thing, just like so. We just want the house to show, we don't want the background at all. Just like that. Go ahead and go to create a new layer. We're gonna add a nice color effect to our background now, so go ahead and just go to your brush tool, make sure the hardness is at 0, go to your colors and add a certain color that you want to do. I'm gonna go ahead and add a blue effect to the layer. Hit Control Alt, right click, and let's go ahead and make, oh, hold up, this is the brush tool. Did I not add the color? Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and add that to be blue, but I need to make a new one, of course, so let's go ahead and delete that. Let's go back to blue, just like so, and make the whole layer blue. Go back to the colors, go to green, add a swipe of green, just like so. Let's make a purple. I'm just choosing randomly colors. It does not matter what color you use at all. I'm gonna go ahead and add a yellow, maybe a brighter yellow. There we go. Add a yellow effect, in there as well. I'm gonna go ahead and add another green to my thumbnail, just like that. Add a swipe of it in there, and go over here to divide, just like so. And we should have a nice, you know, a nice colorful background. But we don't want it to be too bright. I'm gonna go ahead and make the opacity 67, and that should be looking just fine, just like so. Now let's go ahead and go to my picture. As you can see, my background looks a little different than what I did for this thumbnail. It does not matter, like I said. Now I already have the character I want to use for my thumbnail. You can get these characters on Google by going to Google and then just pretty much typing in Fortnite character PNG, and you should get a whole list of characters that you can use for your thumbnails. So I recommend doing that. Let's go ahead and now add our character. So I have my character. I just want to paste him into my image, just like that. Now he's a little too big, so I'm gonna hit Control T, Alt, left click, and bring him down just a little bit. Maybe I can't even talk. Maybe make him bigger a little bit, just like that. I think that looks completely fine. If he does overlap my text, I can easily just make him smaller. Let's go ahead and make him more colorful now, and let's add a little bit more of a touch to him. That way he stands out. Make that out. And I hit Control M again, you guys. My bad. Just like that. Make that a little bit more. Hit Control U. Add a 24 saturation. Hit Control M once again, and bring out the brightness in him, just like that. Adds a whole lot of color to him, and it just stands out a lot more than just having him, you know. Let's just continue. I'm gonna go ahead now and make him stand out a little bit more. So double click on his layer, like so. Add a outer glow, and let's just go ahead and make this black, like that. And go ahead and copy my settings if you want to. I want to have the size all the way up, of course, and you guys can go ahead and copy my settings. I don't want to have like it to be too big, so I'm gonna go ahead and make the size go back down a lot more, just like that, a 57 size, and make the opacity come down quite a bit. I'd say about 50. So 57, 50, go ahead and copy my settings if you want to, just to make him stand out a lot more. Add a gradient overlay. So for a gradient overlay, go to basics, go to your gradient overlay. Don't do anything with the black and white, just add it. And pretty much make it overlay 100%, and now make it to how you want it to be. Now the sun is kind of coming down right there, so I want it to be completely just like that, straight up. Go ahead and copy my settings if you want to, of course. Let's go ahead and add an inner glow. Go ahead and copy my settings. My settings are already how I want them, so go ahead and copy my settings. Add an inner glow. Go ahead and copy, well, inner shadow, my bad. Go ahead and copy my settings if you want to. I'm gonna go ahead and maybe change that to black, see how that looks, to make him appear a little bit better. I like the white because it kind of makes the sunlight kind of appear on him, so I'm gonna keep that. Go ahead and copy my settings, like so. You can add a stroke if you want to. I'm not going to. I'm gonna leave it how it is. You can add a stroke, does not matter. I'm not going to. I like it how it is. Boom, and the character just stands out a lot more. Now I'm gonna go ahead now and go to my texture pack and pretty much add a few textures for the background. Well, not texture pack, graphics pack, my bad. And add anything you want, really. So I can I can add a lightning. Let me turn the image off, of course, and I can add a lightning effect to my thumbnail, which I did with the other thumbnail. added a nice lightning effect to the thumbnail. Hit Control T, and let's just pretty much move this how we want it, like so. Go ahead and duplicate the layer. Hit Control T so we're not grabbing any other layer. Let's make sure we can kind of blend that in really nice. Now we can go ahead and duplicate that layer once again and make it kind of go behind the character, kind of like I did right there. Make sure it goes behind the character. Hit Control T so we're not clicking on anything else. Find our layer like so, and pretty much just hit Control T, and let's go ahead and shift that or put that in a better spot where we want it to be. The middle should be fine, kind of like that. I think that looks pretty nice. Let's go ahead and keep that. So boom, our thumbnail is looking pretty good so far, which I like that. And now let's go ahead and add a few more things to our thumbnail that are going to make it stand out. Now I'm going to go back into my graphics pack again, see what I got for different lighting effects. Let's go ahead and go to our particles and find different particles you want to use for your thumbnail. Okay, I'm gonna go into the Imagines pack. Look at that. Let's go ahead and go to flares. Let's try that. Actually, hold up. You always want to make sure you have that image off. That image. I definitely don't want any social media or nothing like that. It's not in this pack, so let me go ahead and go to my Amplify pack and look at the flares on there. Okay, I found the one I want to use, so let's go ahead and take that off. That's a nice effect right there. Put that right there for now. Let's go ahead and go back to my thumbnail, just like that. Hit over here. Hold on, where is my image at? There it is. Okay. So I want to go ahead and put that into my thumbnail now, just like that. Hit Control T and basically just make it just like that. Perfect. Hit OK, and now we have a nice lighting effect. Let's go ahead and add some particles to our image. Again, the particles can be anything you want. It doesn't have to be perfect. I like that right there, so I'm going to put that in my thumbnail. Just like so. Make sure it's above everything else. It doesn't have to be above. You can have it however you want. Just like that. Something that's going to stand out to the viewer that's going to be looking at your video. And now is the time for the text. Now, Fortnite uses the font called Burbank's Big Condense. Well, Burbank Big Condense. Go to the text. I already have it installed. If you do need help finding it, just comment down below and I'll try and assist you on finding it. Now let's go ahead and type, I don't know why it's green, I will change that. Let's go ahead and type Fortnite. Hit OK. Make sure this is on sharp, that way it looks more crisp, like it says. Let's go ahead and make that bigger by hitting Control T and then Alt and then left click, and then you'll make it bigger or whatever. I do want to make sure this is below my character, of course. I don't want it to be over my character. It just looks a lot better that way. Make that somewhat bigger. like so. We'll go ahead and make it look better once it's all done. Now I want to go ahead and just duplicate the layer. Hit Control T on the layer of the copy. That way we're not grabbing anything else. Go down like so. That should be fine right there. Now we're going to make that say thumbnail. I am using all caps, by the way. Hit OK. Hit Control T. Let's go ahead and make that smaller. That way it kind of just comes into the thumbnail a little bit more. That looks good. I will be fixing that problem right there here in a minute. I'm gonna make it like different. Let's go ahead and copy that layer again. Well, duplicate that layer once again. Hit OK. Hit Control T. Go down like so. And make this say tutorial. You don't have to. You can do it whichever way you want to go ahead and do it for your thumbnail. Just like that. So as you can see so far, we have a nice, we're gonna have a nice effect like that here in a minute, and I'll show you here in a second. So let's go ahead and make that a little bit bigger. I think right there will be fine. Just like that. Now let's go ahead and add some color to our text. Let's start with Fortnite, of course. Let's go ahead and change the color. Let's add a gradient. Let's add an outer glow, of course. You can go ahead and copy my settings if you want to. It does not matter. I do want to make that 100%. That way it stands out. The size needs to be lower, of course. That way it's not looking too big. 24 would be fine. Add a gradient overlay. And let's go ahead and make that black. Oh, gray and white, my bad. Gray and white should be completely fine. I don't like it to be overlay. I want it to be normal. There we go. And turn this white down quite a bit. And then you should have that nice effect to it. Just like so. Let's go ahead and go to thumbnail now. Add an outer glow. It should be the same. If you guys want to copy my settings, it should be the same. Go to gradient overlay. Go down to oranges a little bit and add this right here, which should be fine. Now that's a little too dark, so you want to add a little bit of an inner glow. Go to your inner glow, make that white, not too white, just 88 should be fine. Go ahead and copy my settings if you'd like to. Inner glow or inner shadow, you can add that as well. Go ahead and copy my settings, and that should be good. Now we can go ahead and go to our tutorial text, double click on that, add a gradient overlay. Well, first the outer glow, like before. Now go to gradient overlay, not that gradient overlay, go to the basics, do the same thing we did for the gray. I think that looks fine. Add a little bit more of a white, just like so. Add an inner glow if you want to, inner shadow. They should be all the same as the ones I had before. You guys can go ahead and copy those. And then just like that. Now I want to go ahead and just make sure this looks good. That's gonna pretty much, you know, look good. Kind of whatever. Go ahead and just hit Control, click on your tutorial, your thumbnail, and your Fortnite, and hit Control T. That way we can fix this, make it look good, make it bigger if we want to, just like so. I think that looks good. We can also go to our character now. and move him a little bit if you want to. Hit Control T on him, of course. Just like that. Now we want to go ahead and make our text kind of like this, a little bit better. This is really easy, by the way. Let's go ahead and go to our main thing again, just like that. Control, and then just make sure all these are highlighted. Go ahead and hit rasterize layer style. Go ahead. Oh, we don't want to do that with the we just want to go ahead and merge these 3 layers right here. Tutorial. Boom, just like that. Hit Control T and go to perspective. Bring that out just a little bit. Bring that outward just a little bit. Go ahead and do the same for over here. Bring that over a little bit, and pretty much do it how you guys would like to. I'm gonna go ahead and make it shift over a little bit like that to add a little bit of a pretty dope effect. Boom, just like that. I think that looks really, really good. Boom, just like that. Go to our character now, and let's go ahead and did not mean to do that at all. Let's go ahead and fix that. There we go. You have to hit Control T on your character, otherwise you will grab more than what you're trying to grab. You're gonna grab like more of the background, definitely, for sure. So let's go back to our tutorial text, bring that down just quite a bit, that way it kind of centers into the thumbnail, and then boom, just like that. We can go ahead and make sure that is below the lightning, and then boom. Now we can go ahead and do a thing I like to do with a thumbnail. Go ahead and make a new layer below that layer. Let's go ahead and add an effect to the thumbnail. That's gonna look pretty cool. So go ahead and do this. Brush tool, not too big, definitely not too big. And then make that linear dodge add, just like so. Just something I like to do that makes it stand out quite a bit, kind of like that. And then boom, we can add a little bit more to the image if we want to. Does not matter. I like to add a cool little effect up here in the corners. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go up to the top, make a new layer, and just kind of bring this out a little bit more. Make it a white. Come back out like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make that also a linear dodge add, just like that, just like so. We can do the same thing for over here on the top. Make a new layer, make a new layer, hit the brush tool. We don't want it to be so bright, so let's not do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Make a linear dodge add, just like so. And then boom, we have our thumbnail. Looks pretty good. We can add a little bit more if we want to. It does not matter. We can also go ahead and go below the character. And add a shadow effect if we want to. You don't have to. We can go ahead and do that right now. Let's go ahead and add a shadow effect if we want to. It does not matter. I like to use it sometimes, not all the time, but it's a pretty cool shadow effect that you can do for your character, just like that, which actually makes some of the particles stand out. So I really do like that. It makes it look pretty cool. But that's our thumbnail, you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, drop a like on the video, share the video, and subscribe would always be appreciated. I hope you guys did enjoy this thumbnail tutorial, and I hope you guys actually learned from this video, because I know Photoshop can be a little difficult to actually understand. and actually use to your advantage. But my name is Dopey. God bless you guys. Take care. See you in my next video. And one thing I forgot to mention before we close the video out here today, how to actually save our thumbnail. So we are using a 1080p thumbnail. Well, yeah. Go to File, go to Export, Export As, and pretty much make sure that your image is going to be saved as JPEG right here. With everything the same, and then go ahead and export that image and save it to somewhere on your computer. That's all pretty much for sure. Make sure you do save that as JPEG, if not a PNG, but I don't think with the size of the image that I'm using, the width, the height, you can actually do it with a PNG. I just keep it at JPEG and then save it. But that's pretty much it, you guys. My bad. My name is Dopey. God bless. See you in the next one.